morning to pay tribute to the victims of Flight 752 from Tehran that killed all 176 passengers on board. The numbers are worth repeating because I would like to sear them into our national memory. Of the 176 passengers, 138 were headed to Canada. A full 57 were Iranian Canadians. A further 29 were permanent residents to Canada from Iran. At least 40 were academics or foreign students located in universities and colleges across our country, particularly Edmonton. There is therefore no real way of knowing how many future Canadians we lost on that flight. A map of their lives tells us that many were doctors, lawyers, professors, and scientists, and many more were destined to become contributing members of our society. But the real loss is the loss of a child, the loss of a mother, a brother, a friend. No price can be put on that. No price can be put on the grief that is running like a river through the Iranian-Canadian community. We are a smallish community, just over 200,000 in Canada, arriving, like me, mostly after the revolution in 1978. There are less than 6 degrees of separation between us. Everyone knows someone who was on that flight. It is inevitable that this tragedy dredges up memories of another crash nearly 35 years ago. As someone who is connected by birth to India, by marriage to Iran, and by citizenship to Canada, my 3 worlds collided together on that early January morning. The response then, in 1985, to the largest mass killing of Canadians was muted. The tragedy was treated as a foreign tragedy. We all know the sad story of the Air India victims and their long, hard fight to get attention and justice as Canadians. In comparison today, the families of the victims are receiving immediate personal attention, compensation, and support, not just from the Government of Canada, but from Canadians. And they need the support to disentangle the enormous difficulties they face. If there is one thing that gives me solace, it is to see how our nation has come together. We have demonstrated by words and by actions that we are a nation of immigrants, that we not only celebrate our diversity, but mourn collectively as a nation when called on to do so. History may well show, colleagues, that we may have finally come of age, embracing and recognizing that a hyphenated Canadian is not a lesser Canadian. Thank you.